Well, hi there. I'm Jackie and this is Victoria. Victoria is my go-to lady for this beautiful upcoming event that we're having in February, which we'll give you the details of later. But this is a online event. It's a live classroom event. So this is going to suit anybody who is really loving integrative healthcare that wants to dive into learning techniques and diving into philosophies of consciousness and integrative medicine, where they can learn a program of techniques that really helps to support themselves, whether it be through health challenges, whether it be through significant stressors that are going on for you. But this class isn't just great for people, it's phenomenal for animals as well. And that's one of the beautiful things about this class, is that it's a combination class. So, Victoria, do you have the dates of when we're going to be teaching this? Because I know that the way that we're structuring it for you, so it's easy to digest, it's very manageable to fit into your life, is that we're teaching it over 4 different days. And if memory serves me, it's about 4.5 hours or 4 hours each day that we're going to be doing this over 2 consecutive weekends.
Yeah, so the dates are the 14th and 15th of February and the the 20th and 21st.
So, Victoria, did you have any points that you wanted to talk about or discuss?
Yeah, well, I'd really like to explore what the benefits are of doing the body talk access for animals and human class are, both for body talk practitioners and for the layperson.
Mm. So in my experience, this class is a phenomenal introductory class that quite often gets people so excited about what they're learning that often they want to go on and learn more once you get your teeth into the concepts that we're going to be teaching. So the Body Talk Access classes show us that the entire body mind complex is a giant organism of interconnection pieces and interconnection communication, and it's driven by the person's consciousness or the individual's consciousness. And when it comes to the balance of that entire body mind complex, or the health of it, it's really important that we treat it and we look at it as a whole, not just individual working pieces. So in the access class, we really start to explore these concepts, and we go into the understanding of what the innate wisdom is of a person, no matter what age they are, right? Even babies in utero, right, to the most elderly people that we have in our family and in our communities. And then also the innate wisdom of animals as well. We then look at what the role of that innate wisdom is in the maintaining constantly the overall balance, harmony, and health of the body mind complex. And then we start to go into concepts around how these access techniques work and learning. That's one of the things that I love about this class, is there's so much hands-on and practice time that we get, where you can put these into action on yourself with your animals. But we also pair up into little breakaway groups and we practice them with each other. But you learn the philosophy behind the technique, so you really understand what it is you're doing, why it is you're doing it, and the impact, the global impact that that has to your entire body mind complex. Each technique, which we do as a program, builds upon the other. And when it comes to this particular class, because it's a combination class, there are 6 techniques altogether. Okay. And the access program that you would do for just a person, if you're going to apply the 5 techniques as it is to just a person, that's quite different to the 5 different techniques that we would do for an animal. So we also explore that in class, why the technique's different, you know, and that a lot of that has to do with the way that an animal's nervous system works, which is different to ours. So in this particular class, when it comes to the wonderful pets and animals that we have in our life, we go into understanding the way that the nervous system works, particularly the different functions, the way that the nervous system switches from that stress mode into calm, relaxed mode. We look at the way that animals communicate, which is through calming signals and warning signals. And we do that looking at primarily the animals that we spend our lives with that are domesticated. So we apply all of those teachings and the knowledge that we share with you to animals, to dogs, cats, and horses, because they're the ones that we typically have a lot in our lives. But everything that you learn, all the techniques you learn, the philosophy that you learn, particularly as it applies to animals, you're going to be able to apply it to any animal, not just those 3 that we feature in class. So yeah, it's a really, really great class. And for anybody who is of the mind that they want to be more empowered in their own knowledge, they have their own capabilities to handle health issues or even emergencies as they come up. The techniques that you learn and the skill set that I'm going to teach you will empower you to be able to do that. So I've used this in so many situations, and I'm sure Victoria has as well. I've used it when my kids have been unwell, everything from tonsillitis to bugs coming through the intestinal system that makes them vomit and so forth like that. And they are so, so, so effective at helping the body to deal with what's going on and to be able to process it very quickly and then to be able to move on or to fight infection off or to deal with stress or to move through trauma.
Yeah, I have certainly found value in a crisis situation by employing the access techniques
Yeah.
to really shift energy and support people to come out of crisis, whether it be a physiological, mental, or emotional. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really great for people who experience pain, no matter what the pain is in relation to. It's really great at decreasing pain, phenomenal for any type of stress, right? Any level of stress, doesn't matter how long that stress has been going on for. And it doesn't matter whether it's stress that's affecting a person or it's affecting an animal. It is so great at I've seen it eliminate stress completely just simply because the brain and the nervous system is able to actually think more clearly, work more clearly, and then regulate itself a lot better. So from that perspective alone, I think it's phenomenal because we have such a lot of high stress going on in our environments right now. Yeah.
Yeah. But I just on this note of the value and the benefit of the access techniques, especially when our animals might be in a state of health crisis, or we ourselves or loved ones, having these tools that empower us in the moment to take some form of action to directly support in those moments. I know that fast aid is also part of the access for animal and humans course. Can you talk a little bit more about the value of fast aid and where that might apply?
I'm so glad you mentioned that. Towards the end of the class, we teach this technique. It's really a 4-step protocol that's called fast aid. And fast aid is used in emergency situations or very high impact stress situations. And you can do it as a standalone treatment, or you can implement it and do it while you're waiting for first aid or, some kind of medical assistance to come along. You can even be delivering fast aid techniques while the medical assistance is happening, because they complement each other beautifully, which I'll just take a step backwards and segue into all of the access techniques complement beautifully with any other healthcare system, modality, techniques that you may be having any medical programs you may be undertaking. It never interferes. It always complements, because we're working with the innate capabilities and innate instincts of the body to be well, to use what it's got naturally to run effective healing protocols. So somebody is receiving a treatment for some particular disease process, or they have regular therapy. This is just going to work in and complement that really, really well. So when it comes to fast aid, you can implement this very easy 4-step process. And what it does is it supports because when this happens, the brain and the nervous system switch and it goes into sympathetic response, which is that fight, flight, freeze response. And quite often it doesn't think very well through that period of time, other than it just sends processes cascading through the body to keep the body surviving, right? So this the fast aid protocol actually helps the brain and the nervous system to do that effectively, but also to bring it out of that switch state of fight, flight, freeze, and start to think more calmly, so that the brain and the nervous system can see what it needs to do, right? What is the most important thing that I need to do? So it might be an injury to a leg, or it might be a heart attack or a seizure going on, and it allows the wisdom of the body to see the issues going on, to then understand what it needs to do, prioritize what needs to happen in order for it to start to return normal functioning. It is very, very fast. It is highly effective. So I particularly love that part of our teaching, because we can explore different scenarios that might come up in, and different ways that you can apply it so that it's effective, but it's also non-invasive, depending on the environment and situation you're in. So you might happen to see a car accident happen in front of you and need to know how you can apply that safely, especially if you're working in and around emergency, workers, or you might be driving and come across a wild animal that's injured. So I walk you through what that would look like and give you the tools to be able to deliver that safely. So it's safe for you, but also safe for them, that it helps and makes a big difference to them very, very quickly. It really is a wonderful part of the class. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to cover a little bit too before we wrap this up, how this particular class is delivered. And I know that it's in a time zone that particularly suits Australasia. So how does it all work?
This particular class that we're doing it online, which means, because this is very much classroom setting, right? So it means that you need to be present. This is not recorded, so we're not going to be sending recordings out. You are free to audio record if you like, but you do need to be present for the whole class. Yeah. And I will add, just while it pops into my mind, there are online digital manuals that you get as part of this class. Because this is a combined 2 classes in one seminar, you actually get 2 manuals. So you get a manual that has its full color, and it has all of the techniques in it and pictures of how you do those techniques. So long after the class is finished, you have a really great manual to reference and keep reminding yourself. There's even tear out pages if you like to tear things out and laminate them, and you can stick them on your fridge to remind you the sequence of the techniques and what it looks like to implement those for yourself. And there's one for each portion of a class. So you get a manual for the Access for People class and an Access for Animals manual as well. Plus then you'll get some completion certificates for each portion of those classes. And then also as part of this class, you automatically get a free membership with the International Body Talk Association, which is where you will find your access manuals and your completion certificates, as well as there is a global online community where you can get access to forums and joining conversations. You can start conversations if you want. It's really, really a wonderful online community.
Yeah, it's a very rich resource to support us on our journey. And so for those of us that are current members of the IBA or, certified practitioners, this course does provide continued education unit credit.
Yeah, it does. This course accounts for 16 education units, which is really fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you, Jacquie, for explaining.
My pleasure.
Yeah, very helpful. And I really can attest to the value of learning these techniques. I've used them regularly for myself and my family, and yeah, highly recommend learning Access.
Yeah, I do too, especially in this where we are right now in this day and age. It's never been more important to become self-empowered, to really focus on your personal sovereignty and how you can nurture that. And this would be one of the ways that you can nurture that, is to know how you can care for yourself, your family, your animals in very, very powerful ways. And not have to rely so much on external resources that quite often require a lot of your time or a lot of your money. So this is something that you do not need to keep relearning over and over. There is no subscription to pay or anything like that. So once you learn this, you will have this knowledge and this power within you forever. That's it. And as I said, you've got access to that online global community that is incredibly supportive, right? And then we will be, as in me, offering separate study groups where you can join your classmates, other classmates that have joined this class from all over the world, where we can practice the techniques, and you can ask any questions that have come up for you in the meantime since class concluded. And you've always got access to me via email after class.
Okay. So what's the best way for people to sign up for the course and get involved? How do they find it?
There's two ways in which they can sign up. If you go to the International Body Talk Association and search for the Access for Animals and Humans class in their online available classes, you will find it there. Or another way that you can do that is by going to my website, which is www.jacquiemcintyre.com. I have an events page on there, and you'll find that course listed. Also, if you go through to the bookings section of the website, you'll see that same course listed there again for you. There's a really great page on my website which does an overview of this whole class. So I have no doubt there's more details in there than I've forgotten to share with you today. So you can go check that out. It's totally up to you whether you want to sign up through my website or go to the International Body Talker Association. Please, if you have any questions at all, any queries, concerns about anything, sometimes we get parents that really want to learn it, but they're like, oh my gosh, my kids are going to pop in and out, or all day, I won't be able to do the class. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Let the kids pop in and out. It's okay. As long as we have you online and I'm just make sure that you can hear me, then that's fine. We do a few little breaks throughout the teaching day. So you can bring snacks, you can eat in front of the the video. It's a very relaxed classroom setting for us here.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, Victoria, for spending this time with me. I'm really glad that we could share this with everybody. I'm somewhere down around this video will make our contact details available for you. As I said, Victoria is the go-to lady for all things, signing up, and Victoria will help get you organized for class, get you all your resources, because we send you through some excellent resources to prepare you for class. She'll help get that all organized for you. But just reach out if you have any questions at all.
Yeah, look forward to hearing from you.
Excellent. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, bye for now.
Bye.